So a lot of those zingers that we think, you or no John F. Kennedy or whatever, um, usually they're not as spontaneous as we think they are. They're usually, a lot of these things are rehearsed and canned. Oh, by the way, apparently Jennifer Flowers is going to be there. Trump invited Jennifer Flowers, Bill Clinton's former mistress. Um, it's a big reality show. It's all just nonsense. It's crazy. Debate strategies. Relating issues to overall theme. What will Trump say? Make America great again. Make America great again. Everything is that larger theme, and also, let's get away from Obamacare. It's going to be Obama's third term. Socialism, 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 whatever. So oftentimes back to your slogan. I'm with her. Together we're stronger. Blah 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 blah. So you're always, whatever your answers are going to be during the debate, if you are debating, if you're a presidential candidate, then you're always going to relate your answers back to some sort of bigger theme. That is your big slogan or whatever. Develop and create an image. Again, we've talked about this when we talked about issues of the whole media stuff. It's all about image. It's all about how people perceive us. So people perceive Trump a certain way, people perceive Clinton a certain way, and so you're going to do a lot of things and say a lot of things to try to reinforce that stuff, or else reinterpret or try to redo those frames, particularly with opening and closing statements. Right? Those are very, very important. Notice none of this is really about offering specifics on issues, and it isn't. Are you going to learn more specifics? There might be some detail in there someplace, but for the most part, you're probably going to hear some of the same stuff you've already heard before, particularly because we've looked at some of the issues already. But will we learn anything new? I doubt it. But we'll see. Post-debate, the spin cycle. Offering a large, well-coordinated surrogate effort. All your friends will say you won. No matter what happens, you will find afterwards, they'll go straight to Trump, straight to Clinton, their camp, they're all those folks. And even if Trump poops on stage, they're going to say, what rich and golden poop. It's great, wonderful, showing that he's a regular guy. Lots of us poop on national television, live. But so it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever they do, nobody's going to come out, yeah, our candidate really sucked tonight. It wasn't very good. I ain't going to vote for her now. It's not gonna, so everybody's gonna spin. We won. Look, we won. They're gonna probably do their own polls. They're gonna, like, hey, you over there, and you, people who are wearing, Trump stickers, who won? Our polls suggest that Trump won. They'll use ads to show your opponent and his or worse in the debates to emphasize your big idea. So if there are really bad parts in the debate, they'll start using those very, very quickly. You'll probably see new commercials with debate footage Tuesday, maybe Monday night. You will see this stuff. Can you load the audience? Oftentimes, folks do. I don't know exactly how it's working out right now. I mean, obviously, I got Jennifer Flowers and Mark Cuban. It's just, if you got money, if you're famous, you can do pretty much anything you want to. It's so sad. I'm a regular person just like you, but I'm rich. Yeah, whatever. And oftentimes folks do. I mean, oftentimes they will try to load the arena or whatever there is, a theater with people who support. And usually I don't think there can be any clapping on that. There'll probably be some directions from whoever the hell the moderator is. Audiences have been told that they should refrain from blah 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 blah. But you'll probably hear some laughing if something funny is said. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Debate impact. Folks like to watch the debates. It'll be interesting to see what the ratings are, and it's all about ratings, and it's all about money. Yeah, I'm so. It's like Monday Night Football. Yeah! And it's during Monday Night Football. Trump hated that. That's probably not the best idea. Well, because most of his supporters are going to watch football instead of the debate. So folks like to watch this stuff. But why? To learn more? No. They like the horse race. It is like football. People are betting on this stuff. Reinforces stuff. I love, there's a quote in here, in this book again that I'm referencing, from Lenny Bruce, who was a famous comedian, and this is what he says. They say that Lenny Bruce unwittingly summarizes a host of research about the effects of political debates. This is important. This is really interesting. Everybody hears what he wants to hear. Like when they were in the heat of the 1960 election campaign, I was with a group who were watching the debate, and all the Nixon fans were saying, "Isn't he making Kennedy look like a jerk?" And all the Kennedy fans were saying, "Look at him make a jerk out of Nixon." Each group really feels that their man is up there making the other man look like an idiot. So then I realized that a candidate would have had to have been that blatant. He would have had to look at his audience right in the camera and say, "I am corrupt. I am the worst choice you could ever have for president." And even then his followers would say, "Boy, there's an honest man. It takes a big guy to admit that. That's the kind of man we should have for president." That's interesting. It reinforces what you already think. You will see what you want to see. If you're a Trump fan, Trump will be awesome. Big, so very, very huge. If you're a Clinton fan, Clinton will be awesome. She will be the only grown-up on stage. You'll see what you want to see. It can possibly shift voters' decisions, debates can, but small number of undecided voters again at this point. It all depends on the situation. A candidate, it says, can flat out kill the other candidate with great logic and reasoning and still lose. Because, again, are people using reason and logic and all that? No. Emotion, image, and all that type of stuff we've already talked about. It's so sad. So you must. This online lecture is brought to you by Hardee's. Eat like you mean it. Iced tea is good for you. Ooh, 23 decorating do's and don'ts. I need to speed up. Maybe can increase voter knowledge of issues, but maybe. Most of the folks who aren't interested are probably not going to watch it. Anyway, I don't know. God, I'm just so cynical. It's so sad. I'm so old. Okay. It can modify candidate image, particularly if folks, a lot of people see Trump as adult, not as adult. And we'll see what happens. And maybe he comes off as really, really intelligent. We don't know. A lot of people think Clinton is a big old crooked liar, and maybe she comes off as a very sincere, honest. Who knows? I don't know. Build fake confidence in America. Fake as we democracy as we watch fake debate. Well, yeah. We build fake confidence in America, and we fake our democracy because we watch fake debates. That's cynical, I know, but that's sort of the idea. And it's sort of sad, but they're not really real debates. And we sort of have this fake confidence that, America is all about democracy, but it's all money. It's so sad. Okay, enough of that. Okay. I just modified the image. Okay. Extra stuff that is super fun. This is just some other stuff from, actually it's from another book. I've got it someplace from Simons. Has a book called Persuasion in Society, and he says some things on debates as well. So he basically says never refuse a debate. though this other book says you can refuse a debate. But if you do, you'll look like you're afraid, but don't have too many. But don't have too many debates and control them as much as possible. If you're ahead, though, the fewer debates, the better, because you don't want to say something stupid. Treat debates like press conferences, which people do. Even if you don't have an answer, or you should have ready-made answers for everything, and if you don't, then you can change the question. But oftentimes, folks like the more personal information rather than the policy stuff. Again, back to the stuff we talked about: image, motion. Hold on to your strengths, cover your weaknesses. If you don't have an in-depth answer, say the same general talking points, lines over and over again. Blah, 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 make America great again. Blah, 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 stronger together. Blah, 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 with her, I'm with her. Blah, 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 make America great again. Blah. Treat questioner very, very warmly, as well as the audience, if there is one. That's not... It's amazing how things have changed just in the past, couple of decades. I mean, you almost get more points if you treat the moderator with contempt. But usually it's thank you very much. Yes, yes, yes. Your time is up. No, it isn't. No. Memorize final statement and have a zinger. Have a zinger. Zinger. Zingers are like little chocolate things. We're not talking about that zinger. Okay, that's pretty much it. So you can see I'm full of optimism. Some other stuff that I put on here, I created a little worksheet for you just for kicks and giggles that you can use while you're watching it, and it's also a sort of a review of stuff that you should have gotten in other classes. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but it's basically the canons of rhetoric. And so one thing that you might want to be thinking about as you watch everything is, okay, rhetorical invention. Are there supporting material, physical evidence for whatever propositions or claims that are being asked of the candidates to explain? Maybe, maybe not, we'll see. But the types of artistic proofs that we talk about in lots of different classes are ethos, pathos, and logos. So one thing to think about is, how does the candidate try to enhance his or her credibility, particularly credibility to be President of the United States? What emotional appeals, and again, a lot of scholars say contemporary political communication is all emotional appeals. And logos, are there certain argumentative appeals with evidence, and I think we should do this because of this. Here's the evidence, blah, blah, blah. Will we get into, I don't know, we'll see. And then oftentimes within this realm of invention, we also think about the types of speeches. And this is sort of interesting. I mean, there are judicial, deliberative, and epidictic speeches. But these debates are more deliberative, so they're asking you to support particular propositions or policies. It'll be interesting to after the night if you even have a better understanding of where they stand on the issues. We'll see. Organization, this all comes from the old stuff, but it might be interesting to see how they organize their answers, particularly their opening and closing. I mean, how do they, if these are little mini press conferences or little mini speeches, is there an introduction? How do they sort of move through their answers? That might be sort of interesting to see. And style, how do they use language? Are they clear? Are they correct? Is the language appropriate? Do they use certain ornamentation, like figures of speech? From Cicero, folks talked about plain, middle, and grand style, but is it more conversational? Does it seem more grand and presidential and almost sermon-like? I don't know. It might be interesting to see. And all of these things, think about the potential consequences. And then delivery. How is the delivery? Are they seem confident and all that jazz, or not? I mean, we'll see. And then memory here, oftentimes, again, they memorize their ideas. And sometimes they're more spontaneous, but very rarely. We'll see. Trump throws a monkey wrench into this entire thing, because everything that folks have said about, political communication, political science, it's like a lot of the stuff is just out the window. He's such an anomaly. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. So there's some more stuff for you. And then another thing that I put up for you is stuff on fallacies If you don't know anything about fallacies, it's just also part of classical rhetoric. It's sort of error and